Hey guys, it's me again, Skylanders. I'm sorry that this video wasn't out sooner, but it's because I've been working on Skylanders that haven't been shown before in the last videos, which are all right here. Now, a couple of these guys that are showing are like characters that I've shown before, but they have just been edited. So, why don't we just go ahead and start off in the magic element? Oops, I'll get that. This is Maze Runner. He's a zebra he likes to run in mazes, and the stripes here are supposed to resemble zigzag markings. In the tech element, here is Jarvis. He's a human android who's created. Originally, the creator intended for him to destroy the world, but he rejected this when he became a Skylander. His weapon here is a spear, but it looks more like a staff with the crystal embedded in it. This is Centurion. He's a robot from a distant galaxy where robots ruled over all living creatures. And he thinks that this is wrong, so he came to Skylands to ask for their help. In the water element, this is Waterwork. His design is based on Tipper from the Life video. He's based on Tipper's original design with the pitcher plant on top of his head. You'll see that he's based on a few plants that contain water, like the pitcher and a cactus. Here, this is Inker, a squid who's saved some people on Shelmont Shores, or a neighboring beach close to that. This is I forgot about her name, but she's like an ice elf from the times before Skylands is what it is now. Kind of like Avalanche and Bungalow. She has a white tiger skin outfit. The claws she can use to fight enemies with. I'll think of her name later. This is an enemy. She was raised in a gladiator arena. It's like she worked as a slave. And afterwards, she broke out and led a rebellion against the gladiator fights. This is her trident. She also carries a fishing net that's used to snare enemies. Now this is Bentley. I've done some editing, I removed the kilt and gave him armbands. I was also going to give him ears, but I thought that didn't look right. Hold on a minute. Yeah, I have to charge this while I'm doing the rest. Now you may not recognize, but this is Tipper now. After I'd done some editing with Tipper, I changed him to resemble a beetroot. He has some coloration like the beet. And his hands are rounded, so he's giving big punches. Because his original design, he was a little awkward, plus he resembled a Pokemon. So I had changed him a bit, but he still looks like a Pokemon. In the life element, again, here we have Hatchet. She does not like being messed around with, so you better watch out, or she'll get you, with her her black axe there. She does She like stole this from a Mohawk Cyclops and gave it a black axe head. Here is Daphne. She's like a tree spirit born out of a seed of like when this forest fire was finished, and like she grew everything back. She wears like a little beret with like a little mistletoe in her hat in there. In the earth element, this is Cobbler. He is a rock golem monster type creature with moss on him. Sort of a grayish brown green body. He likes to eat rocks, and this is his weapon of choice. A club with markings that resemble the runes in Skylanders that you would see. Like this one. I'm not sure what others resemble. I just try to make my own ones and adding this one on it because it's like an ancient weapon. This is Vale. Before he became a Skylander, much like Spyro, he originated from a place separate from Skylands, where he was a hero himself. This is his dirt blade, which he inherited from his father before him. And it's got little zigzag markings on it, which give it a nice look. In the fire element, this is Kindle, the last fire dragon that I've decided to make. She can like do this power, like she can connect and communicate with the ancestors, and like that's also like a use for her powers. Like she can have like smoke take in the form of these dragons, and they help her in battles. In the undead element, this is Specter. It's some kind of a carnivorous lizard who went into these tombs, and this jewelry that's like the armbands and the necklace he took out from there, and like after putting them on, it was like these ghosts appeared, like attacked him, but he took them on. Here, this is Raver. He was a voodoo doll that originally belonged to Chaos. After Chaos set him on this balcony, lightning struck and it brought the doll to life. Also, he grew a bit. He has another one of this, is like his needles that he uses to fight like swords. This here is Nexus. The third undead dragon. He's a shadow dragon who can teleport. He's got a blade on his tail, kind of like Cinder, but he uses it for fighting. He's got dark gray stripes. Also, like he has like silver bladed spines on his head, and those are bones with like a ghost fire for like his wings. Oops. The other undead character is a character actually from the Skylander Academy show. If you remember him, his name is Bad Breath. What he does is like he uses burps for attacks, kind of like Wrecking Ball. After you purchase an upgrade for him, burping is a standard upgrade for Bad Breath. You don't have to buy it to use it. You can upgrade it still to make him more powerful. Let's see that I got. Yep. In the last element, I didn't do light and dark or time and ooze, by the way, because I'll get to that in another video. but in the air element. Here we have Blimp. He was created by a wizard. Like, he was a blimp and transformed by a wizard to be his personal carrier. He has these vents on his feet and hands, which he uses for flight. Also blast air. Here, this is Downpour. She is like a weather spellpunk who had to do more training with a master wizard up in the mountains before she met Blades. And finally, this is Ghetto Blast. He's a DJ. As you see, there's a subwoofer on the chest. This is a little tiny backpack which these two things here retract out of. This is a record player. See, like the needle there. And this is a speaker with subwoofer parts. Now there's like 2 of each of those that come out of his pack in-game and the toy and art. I thought it would be a waste of time to make that out of clay, but just like to show that that's what he uses. He plays music on the records and the sound comes out of the speakers, inflicting damage on the enemies. So that's it here. That's like all the characters I have done. That's most of what I could get here. I sure hope that they are accepted for the future in the Skylanders series. What do you think so far? Who do you think is the best out of all of them so far? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you again next time. This is Skylanders, signing off.